Do you ever visit someone at work or watch a reality show and think, hey, I could do that, or I wonder what it's really like? Well, I took it to the next level. While many Rhode Islanders are gearing up for St. Patty's Day tomorrow, I decided to take a closer look into one local brewery who's making some hometown ale in Michaela can. For 4 college science grads, their dreams became reality back in 1999 when they started a microbrewery and made Newport Storm. For master brewer Derek, he can say that he uses his degree every day.
Not only are there day-to-day success stories, but you can also be at a bar and someone's having Newport Storm Amber Ale and they're really enjoying it, and I didn't have to tell them to buy it.
What started in a little garage with equipment bought off the internet has turned into their own building that produces twice as much beer, has a visitor center and tasting area as well, where you can sample their best sellers and see some interesting concoctions.
Where we get to be creative is through something called the Cyclone Series, where we make a bunch of batches of beer and you name them like you name hurricanes.
They will even offer their beer at the St. Patrick's Day Parade.
We want to help out, and the best way we could think of doing that is giving them a bunch of beer, letting them sell it and keep the proceeds.
A donation that the Grand Marshal himself is grateful for.
Newport has been one of our biggest supporters.
The official beer of the Newport St. Patrick's Day Parade is the Newport Storm Spring Ale.
It's the spot, yes indeed.
Not many people may know the beer making process, so I decided to see for myself.
Today we're going to make sure that we're making quality, clear wort to spec, W-O-R-T, that's unfermented beer. We're going to be adding some yeast to a tank. We're going to be measuring out some hops that we'll be using at a later time.
There's lots to do, so it's time to get to work. Yeah! The wort comes from grain. You want me to eat this?
Absolutely. Tastes like
oatmeal. Newport Storm is environmentally friendly too.
So this would go and we'd feed a bunch of cows.
It then goes through a process called lautering.
We're extracting all that good stuff from the grains, bringing it into the kettle, and we're going to measure the concentration of sugars inside that solution against water.
I feel like I'm hanging out with Bill Nye, the science guy today.
You are!
In order to check the levels, we first need a sample. That's way down there.
But that's way down.
You need long arms and a science degree. We must cool down the wort.
So that's probably 170 degrees right now.
So we can measure the density of the sugar.
Which is ultimately going to be what kind of food?
Beer.
Yeast food.
Yeast food.
Yeast going to chew
I'm
sugar.
so confused. After taking a reading, I get a chance to sample.
See?
Tastes like oatmeal tea. To make a well-balanced beer, hops is added in different amounts, depending on the type of beer you'll make. This smells weird.
Some are more aromatic than others, some are more bitter, and that's where, being a brewmaster, you get to use some creativity.
After measuring, store in the fridge or the floor.
So those are done hops now.
Beer is made up of 4 things.
So we've talked about the barley, we've talked about the hops, you've seen the water.
Yep.
So now we're going to put some yeast.
Yeast is a key ingredient in making beer taste the way it does.
Well, it's kind of gritty, it's kind of chalky.
It's kind of yucky. The beer vessels hold roughly 2,000 gallons, equivalent to 120 kegs. So I got a lesson in opening,
I knew that was going to happen.
cleaning, and filling. This batch is of their signature blueberry beer. We even made our own blueberry bubbler. There we go. Oh! They aren't bottling today, but Derek gave me a peek at the process. After a full day of taste tests, fumbles,
There we go. All over my shoes.
and struggling through science questions,
I have no idea. I haven't been to school in a while. I was totally off.
You were totally off, but that's fine.
it's time to unwind.
Cheers, nice work.
Now you can visit Newport Storm to have a tour and tasting. They're open from 12 to 5 every day with a guided tour at 3 p.m. or pick up some Newport Storm at the St. Patrick's Day Parade in Newport this weekend.